matter for you. On top your matter for you. Plenty
Yes, of course. Welcome back from the break. Now, you already know this is the time that Vareski brings us a very, very special guest, always surprising us. But I mean, from the music alone, like Jason, who is it? I'm sure you know.
We have Stomo in the house today.
Woo! You know, levels.
You guys, yo, bro. Jason, you the yo. I've been alright. I've been fine. It's been a long time I saw you and but Jano
inside.
Absolutely.
How did you deal with the coronavirus? Because you're an artist, you do deal with your fans, you perform. Was it a difficult period, or did you just get used to staying in for close to 1 year?
There were lockdowns for people to actually, help reduce the spread, which is why the world government pushed and actually enforced people to stay indoors. That I think we all obeyed, because I'm not a health practitioner to know that whether it's a good thing or not, but I feel like it's helped a lot. They've been able to manage to, so everybody was indoors and nothing was happening. So it was affecting many industries, not only the creative industry. We got a fair share of our own effect, and we're trying to bounce back out of it gradually. And that's how come we, especially myself, have been able to stay very occupied, with a few very innovative things that I would always find a way around to work with the protocols and continue to do. Like we all know already, it's like a year since I released an album in the heart of the pandemic. So for me, I've always had something to do, working with the times and having an auxiliary plan to always, find my way about, to continue to serve the masses with entertainment,
How much do you miss performing, though?
Yeah, like live.
Trust me, I think one of those periods, it was like, as if I've never performed before. I was like, because it's always, for me, it's back to back. I do big shows and I do shows almost very often. Sometimes I do like 60 shows in a year.
Wow.
How many days are there in a year?
You feel me? So it's been like that. When Corona actually hit for the world to feel it, I was on tour already, and I had to cancel like a whole 18 more shows, which are pending for me to do. So this summer, hopefully, we're gonna go back out there to complete what we have planned to do. But currently, we have moved the UK tour, and we're doing it in November this year, 25th, 26th, and 28th. London, Birmingham, and Manchester. Nice. So, big things have always been in the pipeline,
which is good. And
we're only finding ways around the whole pandemic to continue to move. And I think we're almost back to, should I say back to normal?
Hopefully,
yes.
I don't want to send any false alarms. We're almost back on track. I don't want to say back to normal, because I don't know, but we're almost back on track. Doing the things that we always love to do,
But it seems like you're always doing something. Like you said, you've planned. And so how do you even balance it all? Like, dropping a song, doing a collaboration, being here, doing interviews, and even being a family man.
Which is right. I do get that a lot. People ask me, and you guys are making it sound like it's rocket science, but I believe that it's not, because we are all facing the same things. You have if you don't have family, which is like kids here, you do have a family, like a nuclear family, extended family. You have a boyfriend, you have boyfriends, you're managing them.
I like that.
You have girlfriends, you have a girlfriend.
I don't like that.
That's one too. A big job self pass my own. So make people know the things say. We marriage, life, kids. Ours is tedious and it's thick, but it's a responsible life. It's that's the goal. That's the aim.
Yeah.
The aim is to give birth to another Jason.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because once upon a time,
Nicki Minaj didn't mind me, Kim Kardashian.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the aim is to procreate. So that we keep living, but we manage doing a lot of work. Like I always have something coming up. I'm always on the run. I'm always I'm always busy, and that's it.
So, I mean, when I look at Stonebwoy, I think you've done it all.
Yeah.
BT.
No, I've not done it all.
No, so the question is coming. I mean, so you have Grammy nominations, you have. So, what is it that you want to achieve? Because it looks like what everybody else wants to achieve, you've done it. So, what is it personally that you think when you are able to achieve that, you've reached? Like, this is where I want to be.
Thank you very much for this question. Thing is, everybody has their own set up plans for which defines their heights. When I was growing up, when I was growing up hustling, all I wanted was a Nissan Versa. I'm being specific.
Yeah.
All I wanted was a Nissan Versa because at my level I felt like Charlie Minyana se minyati kowe bi krana. Be okay.
Yeah.
Fast forward, the story goes on. Yeah. There are wagons, there are jeeps, there are ranges and that. So, you know what I mean? Everybody has their, maybe the levels where you go even think go, no. You don't know. You go fit pass them.
Yeah.
So I've now understood that you don't really have to set limits to the things, the achievable things that will make you feel like you're there. Most often it's described with materialistic stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I believe that when you move away from materialistic stuff, you can never get to the end of wanting to continue to push, inspire people, be there for people, make sure that you leave legacies. That's where I am at now, you know. And unfortunately, I have to continue to use the physical means and my hustle and trying to gain more to attain those things or to keep working on those ends. So it feels like, say you have everything. It feels like you do, but I don't have everything. Honestly, I don't have a private jet. So if you're trying to count in everything, there are so many things that I don't have a yacht. I don't own an island. So there are heights to the levels, you know. So we do, baby, but we're not where we used to be, and we are very grateful for the support that we get from the fans, the supporters, the haters who come across to say a thing or two to have it all balanced, you know, so that we check ourselves and all these things. So I acknowledge the heights, but I don't reach yet, you know.
You do so.
We do so. That's why I acknowledge the heights, absolutely.
You know, Rich, and you're still working, right? And I think it's been exactly 1 year, close to 1 year since you dropped.
It's 1 year. I think it was a year on the 24th of April.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it doesn't feel like 1 year because
Absolutely.
one thing about longevity is, you know, with even old albums, like
Yeah.
you look at Kanye West,
Yeah.
his albums are still relevant.
Which is right.
And it seems like you've been very consistent because relevancy is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
And now we're come to celebrate the album. We're going to get into that. But what does relevancy mean to Stonebwoy? Like, you know, is it the name out there? Is it continually dropping albums? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have 4 albums, and even your last album is considered 2 albums by a lot of
so
people.
it's either 4 or 5.
You know, it's either 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You know, you keep doing your thing.
Yeah, true.
You know?
True. Consistency and relevance is important. Like, but it depends. I mean, I see it differently anyway. It's like they say, to start is even difficult. To maintain is more difficult than starting. We haven't. I mean, I think that we should pay critical attention to that adage. Like, to begin, right? They say it's difficult, right?
Yeah.
But to maintain is much more difficult, bro. As simple as it sounds, it's very heavy.
Yeah.
Realistically, you and I know how difficult it is to start life, to have something going on.
Yeah.
But now they tell you that when you're achieving few things, it is even more difficult. So that's my
keep hold,
mindset,
right?
to keep hold. So I have to keep doing the things that I even probably never did. You know, to continue to you see, it's not to continue to stay on top, because the top is not my aim. It's continue to stay alive. It's to continue to live, to continue to impact. That's all I'm about.
Happiness is a journey.
That's
right?
all I'm about, because there are so many spots at the top.
Sky is big.
Everybody is a star on their own, and the sky, there's Abba.
The birds plenty, but then more they fly. You know?
Plenty. So I'll just encourage people to keep doing the most they can, to continue to live. Because sometimes when you consider staying relevant, you do so many things that you think will make you stay relevant in these times that we are in. Like, people want to do all the other things to gain popularity. you know, and that is somewhat mistaken for relevance.
Yeah.
You can be the most silenced guy in the room and still be relevant for life.
No, I like that.
You know?
That's
I
good.
like that.
That's good. I mean, we could be talking for ages. We've got so many things to ask you, but we have some people on social media that have got questions to ask the amazing
Let's check them
Stonebwoy.
out.
So let's check it out.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so Bruno.
This is live right now.
Yes.
Wow.
So Bruno says, you are indeed a hero. Only legends understand your legacy is unmatched.
Thank you very much, Bruno. God bless you.
I used to the compliments by now because I'm sure I get them every other day.
I don't take them for granted.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
Jano, you know, it keeps my buttocks hot. You know, because you have to keep pushing, because people are realizing, or people are giving you comments that you actually, you know, because you actually can relate to.
Yeah.
If I couldn't relate to them, then I might be lying to myself, bro. We've done some, we're still doing it, and when people relate to that and comment, I'm grateful. But it keeps my buttocks hot to continue to push.
Samson Lamte says, when are we going to get a song from you and Kojo Funds?
You should check out What Am I To Do? And I am falling again. What am I to do? That's a song featuring Kojo Fans. Check it out. You know, what's the title?
Forward.
Mad. Yes, I. So I have it. Go check it out. More songs coming. Kojo Fans and I are on a remix of Top Skanker. You should, Martin, we have ton load of songs to release, you know.
I mean, talking about collaborations, can you give us an exclusive of who's next?
Oh, there are some
Just
exclusive ones, bro.
Just one.
It depends on who you want to hear.
The one that you want to share,
The
but
exclusive
just one.
collaborations hit it. Trust me, bro. From reggae to Afro beats, you know, and I'm a piano and that. Okay, let me just say, Focalistic and I are dropping some of my piano real bad. I done that. I think I done that before they did the remix with David. Anyway,
Yeah.
you know, we're just holding some materials and that.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yo, shout outs to my South African Massive, Foka, Gemini Major, who again? Yo, Major Leagues. Major Leagues is going to be in town today. We have a thing set up already, you know. The whole I'm a piano vibes, you know. These niggas have been my friend from time. So it's right now. Time is right that we now spew some crazy bangers into the
Another
system.
thing, I've always wanted to ask you personally is, you have a record label, right?
Yes.
Are you an independent artist?
Yeah, I'm an independent artist because I own my label and I own my stuff. So
And I really like the fact that that's the answer you gave, because give us a bit of context, right, into being an independent artist. Like, it's a lot. I mean, back in the day, when we wanted to sign an artist, right, we groom him, they take care of him 4 years, but, you know, with the way information moves, there's no time for that. So being an independent artist, as big as you are, pushing your own music, so to speak, because I think even Angloga Johnson was on Preload a month
pre-order,
before.
it was on
Pre-order
a month before.
a
That's
month
what made
before
it one of the
it came out.
top most pre-ordered songs in the world at the time.
And all these are strategically put out by you and your team.
Absolutely.
So what work, for those who don't know, because we see the glitz, you know, the glamour, the chains, like what work goes into all of that?
Thank you. There's a lot of work. This is business. Like, you hear the show, you hear the show business. Business and the show. The show on its own is business. And the business is business. Let's say probably the business is, let me just categorize and say the business could be like financial business. And the show itself is like business that inculcates every other arm, like the grooming, the strategy, the tactics, the marketing, the everything, to make sure that you, just like every other business that seeks to grow, to continue to move. You feel me? So being an independent artist is actually, I can simplify it this way, like, I'm not signed on by anybody.
That's incredible.
So I own myself. I own my masters.
I don't think people know how incredible that is. Because you know Chris Brown recently bought his masters, I think, last 2 years. A lot of artists don't own their music.
Exactly.
But you own your music.
And you know that a lot of A-listers can hardly own their masters. It's not like they don't. Or they may not have gotten to point where they can afford. But they may be denied. You know what I mean? Because that's the food. That's the gold mine. That's the source. That's the power. So I think some other people have some record execs have in-depth knowledge about, details, and one of these days you guys should catch one of them and sit them down so they can tell us about independence and not being independent, being colonized, and all this one, But for me, I've been independent, and that's it. And the work that an indie artist does is like you have to put in more because you're racing against all other top major names like the big machineries of the world, which is the Sonys and the Universals who have sub labels running the whole continent and abroad and all of that. So to be an independent artist and still rocking shoulders with artists who are working on that standard is a thing to applaud. And I believe that most of our top Ghanaian artists have made it solely on their own, and it's very important for us to acknowledge and continue to give them a lot of support.
Well, there you go.
Thank you very much, people.
On that note, can you just send us off with one of your favorite music videos by yourself?
One of my favorite music videos.
Or your own. It could be yours.
Mine.
One of your favorites of yourself.
Yeah, I want you guys to beat off, activate Stonebwoy Davido right now. It says, waiting I go do for you to get the F out of my mind, F out of my mind. Kaya mata for you, on top of mata for you, plenty rubber for you. Baby, would that makumasu? Oh my God, you activating me. You they captivating me, yeah. You they calculating me, yo. You they saturating me. Yeah, I love you guys. Stonebwoy is the name. Follow me on my socials and let's interact.